What's up? I'm silly. It's 11:40 p.m. on Friday, the 15th of April, 2022. And I am not wide awake. I am surely exhausted. However, I said to myself, why don't you record? So here I am. How have you guys been? It's been a while, and you know, life has been honestly good. It's been up and down, but it's overall been good. Thank you, Lord. So we are back, and we want to pick up right where we left off. This episode is really just a recap of life, you know, some updates over the past month and a half since our last episode. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy. And I'm serious, when I ask you, how are you, I want to know. So I'm going to put a little question in the box. I know for Spotify I can do a little question there, and then for YouTube I'm going to ask that you guys share in the comment section how you guys are doing. I hope everyone is doing well in the midst of everything that's going on right now in the world. I'm praying for everyone. I'm praying for this world. We have gone through a lot, from what's going on over in Ukraine to what's going on in New York to, you know, other states across the country. We're all going through a lot. So I just pray that you are doing well and that your loved ones are doing well as well. So where shall we begin? I think the last episode was at the end of February, and I was just giving a little, you know, let's get real, let's be real about what was going on in my life, how I was dealing with depression, you know, some of my relationship updates, and you know, work and school updates as well. So since then, things have definitely changed. Things have picked up a little bit more with work. I've gotten a little bit more acclimated into my role, and that has been really cool. I'm excited to see the way that I can be used in this role. Even though I am an administrative assistant, they know that I have experience with content creation and media, so they're looking to use me in that way as well. And I'm excited for whatever opportunity, whatever project comes my way. I'm definitely opening it with, you know, open arms, or welcoming it, with open arms, because it's experience and it's something that I can use to better myself and to grow from and to build on. So that's where we're at with work right now. It does get a little tedious here and there. Some days I'm just like, you know, I need some more time to myself. But working from home has definitely taught me how to balance. I think, you know, even just getting up in the morning, making sure I'm going to the bathroom, washing my face, spending time with God, eating breakfast, maybe drinking some coffee, drinking a lot of water, taking a break midway through the day when I can. Working from home has taught me how to prioritize my well-being and myself a little bit more, and it is definitely something that I am grateful for. I think in my previous role, I didn't have time to really prioritize myself because I was on the phone like 9 to 5. And just being able to take time out of my day to just step back and reflect on what's going on, and to regroup, and to really just get back to myself. It's definitely paying off. I've definitely seen the benefit of it, so I'm grateful for that. So I think I just recorded like 5 minutes of content, and none of it recorded because of this little button on the Yeti. It's blinking. I guess that means it's recording. When it's not blinking, I guess that means I'm muted. I didn't know that. So let's see if this actually worked. I'm gonna stop recording. It's uploading now, and let us listen. Come on. Come on. Don't stop. Don't stop till you get enough. Come on. Yeah, don't stop. Don't stop till you get enough. Come on. Yeah, don't stop. Did that work? Now I'm just all types of confused because I can't hear any audio from what I recorded. I should be able to hear the audio. Oh, maybe it's because the microphone's plugged in. That didn't work. Oh. And I'm serious when I asked you how are you, I want to know. What I recorded before actually worked. In the box. So I guess that means when the button is, oh, right now it's not blinking because it's not plugged in. But when the button is not blinking, that means it's recording. When it is blinking, that means I'm muted. We're gonna remember that, okay? We might have to write it down, but we will remember that moving forward. So, okay, it's recording now. So to pick up from where we left off last episode, I was just going through a lot, you know, mentally. I think I was just getting over the fact that I had just gotten back from California, had just been with my boyfriend, and just kind of like settling down from all of that, even though it was over the course of February that I was recuperating and figuring stuff out. I just felt kind of off-centered, and I really think it was because I was starting my new job, I was balancing school, and then, you know, I had just gotten back, so it was just a lot on my shoulders, on my mental, so I was overcoming that, and I did share that with my family and friends that I was going through a rough time, and I was really happy to have the opportunity to go home at the beginning of March. Did I take the train? No, I think my dad actually came. Yeah, my dad came and got me, and we just drove home together one night after work, and I was just able to spend time with family for a majority of March. It was so beautiful. For about 3 weeks of March, I was home, and I was just so happy. I was at peace. I was really able to get back to myself, and it was because I was around people that I love and I care for, so that was really awesome. While I was home, I flew to Cancun kind of spontaneously. So my parents, they were going already for like a week vacation, and they had invited me to come out there for like a few days. So, you know, I said, say less, you know, I'll fly. So I took a flight to Cancun, Mexico for the first time, and that was amazing. I loved it. We stayed at a nice resort. The food was great, the drinks were great. We were right on the water, so that was nice to have access straight to the beach. I even worked from Cancun, and thank God they were actually on the Eastern time zone, so I was able to work easily and kind of balance that as well. And then we were able to go to Playa del Carmen one night, and we had dinner there. We went into Tulum. We didn't get to do any excursions or anything, but we had lunch and we saw, you know, the beautiful sights there. Overall, it was just a nice getaway. It was a nice refresh, and it was needed. I think it was a nice like celebratory trip of starting my new job, but also it was a mental health trip in which I was able to prioritize myself. One of my favorite parts of the trip was honestly a bath that I took on the balcony of the hotel. Our room had a bathtub that was outside. It was like a jacuzzi tub, and I filled it with bubble bath, and I played music, and I took a bath. I was in my bathing suit, of course, because, you know, people were out there still, but my view was the beach, and that was just like something that I will never forget. Sorry, I'm looking at my microphone to make sure it's actually on. But it's something that I will never forget, something I want for my life, you know, an experience that I want to experience over and over again. So I just remember just basking in the beauty of that moment and just being so happy, because I'm such a self-love, wellness enthusiast girl. So being able to take a bath and your view is the beach, ridiculous. I took another bath before we left one evening, and it was at night and the stars were out. It was just stunning. So if you get the opportunity to do something like that, do not take that for granted. Use it, do it. You know, I don't know, you know, I can't say it might change your life, but it just might be a special moment, a special memory that you can hold on to forever. Yes, I'm drinking water out of a wine glass, a really big wine glass. It just feels a little bit, you know, bougier. I like it. And the glass says bloom from within. And I feel like I am, because I'm a flower and the water is, you know, it's helping me grow. Like I said, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, so if I'm babbling on, my apologies, maybe. I don't know if I really am sorry. That's just what you're getting today. Anyways, after I got back from Cancun, I spent like the next 2 weeks with my family. I was able to work from home and, you know, get to meetings online easily. And I had the chance to really enjoy my time spent with my nieces. I helped get them up in the morning for school and, you know, walk them to the bus stop, and then even after school I would go and be at the bus stop for them to come home as well. So that was just nice. Just being in full auntie mode, I really enjoyed those type of moments. I realize how much I love children and how much I really do want children of my own one day. And so I know that this is practice, and I'm really grateful that God has brought, you know, the journey of our lives together this way for my family. It wasn't always this way, and I think it's just such a blessing to see the growth of my family and see the way that we all come together and we all support each other. It's just so beautiful. So I'm very, very grateful and very honored and blessed to be an aunt. That's such a special experience, especially for like little girls. I've always wanted little sisters. So I don't see them as my little sisters because they're so young. Like my oldest niece is 9 and the youngest one is 5. So I don't see them as my little sisters. I truly see them as my nieces, and I take on that responsibility of, you know, teaching them different things about what it's like to be a girl, and as they get to different ages in their lives, I'm excited to have the opportunity to teach them different things about life. It's gonna be a roller coaster. It'll be a journey for sure, especially with their different emotions and personalities. One is more spunkier than the other, one's more braver, one is more brave, one is more intuitive. You know, you have this different balance of different characteristics and traits that they, you know, have. So I'm excited to just learn all of that over the next few years and experience that. And then when I have my own children, you know, I'll be somewhat more prepared, I hope, just because I had nieces to practice on. So yeah, that's where we were at. I also had the opportunity to enjoy time spent with my brother. My brother and I, we were 7 years apart. He's older than me, and We have a really special relationship. We both love music. He played the drums growing up. I always sang. We didn't start a band or anything like that, but he put me on at a young age to artists like Kanye West, Lupe Fiasco, NERD, Pharrell. So I'm always grateful to my brother for doing that, because I was at an age where, you know, I didn't know good music. I knew Disney Channel and Nickelodeon. I didn't know the classic music. So he put me on to that. My parents put me on to jazz, and that's kind of how I grew in music and grew in my devotion, my love for music. So I'm always grateful for my brother for that. But regardless of that specter of our lives, I think we share a special relationship because we're there for each other. You know, years ago we probably wouldn't say that as much because we were in two very different phases of our lives. I was, you know, going through puberty, growing up. He was, you know, in a whole nother specter of his life as well. And I think to see the way that we've grown and the people that we are today, it's like scary, like to see each other as adults and see each other as like people who, you know, are aspiring to certain levels in life. It's scary, but it's so exciting, and I'm so proud of him. So if he's watching, I love you. I'm proud of you, and I'm excited for your future, and I'm grateful that I'm a part of it. Okay, so another thing that happened in March, as a lot of you know, is that Ketanji Brown Jackson, Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson, was on trial for, you know, Supreme Court confirmation, and it was just marvelous being home watching that with my parents, with my brother, with my nieces, and seeing the beauty of a black woman at that level in our country. It's just like breathtaking and just so amazing. So I was able to really tune into the hearings and to just listen to the way that she presented herself, the way that she exuded confidence and perseverance. She shared a story about being on campus at her college when she was in undergrad, and she was walking. She felt like she didn't really belong. She didn't feel like she knew what she was doing there, and a professor walked past her, kind of crossed her, and said, "Persevere." And that was a monumental moment for her, of just keep moving forward, keep pressing forward. And it's inspiring for me. I know it's inspiring for a lot of other people, a lot of other black girls, as we aspire to different levels in our lives and aspire to different levels in this country, because a lot of times there isn't a seat for us at the table. We have to bring our seat to the table. We have to make room for ourselves. So just to see the way that she's grown, to see the ability that she's been able to get to this level is so inspiring. It's so beautiful, and I only pray to do great things like her one day. And she's been confirmed, so we are so grateful for that. And I look forward to closely watching how she, you know, takes on the Supreme Court and her role as a justice within the court, and how she'll make it her own. I believe that she will bring change. I believe that she will be impactful and will be a monumental player in history for sure. So that was amazing. Another thing that happened in March, I dropped a new line for Angel Armor. So like I shared in a couple other episodes, I make phone accessories, and I'm branching into, you know, some jewelry pieces as well. The one thing I like about phone charms is that you just put your hand through it, you're holding it, so if your phone is dropping from your hand, you can grab that phone charm and you have it in your hand. And I just love that easy aspect of it, so that's why I kind of, gravitated towards creating those and making those. But the newest line that I just dropped is called Elroy, and it features a cross bead and a little Jesus fish bead as well. And Elroy is a name for God. It means the God who sees me. And the way that I kind of became like more in tune with like the names of God, I was watching a series called The Chosen, and it's on Angel Studios. The way that you can stream it is you can download that app, and then you'll have all of the episodes from the past 2 seasons directly on that app. You can cast it to whatever streaming source you're using. So if you want to cast it to your TV, you can do that, or you can watch it directly from the app, or you can watch it on YouTube. It's really your choice, but I fell in love with the show because it shares the life of Jesus. And the first season starts with Jesus and all the different miracles he was doing. Second season proceeds into that as well. He's becoming more known, and people from all around are coming to hear his sermons. And so I gravitated towards learning the names of God when they did their Christmas special last year. They were sharing in different snippets just the names of God, and I was just like, there's so many different names for God. There's so many different names, and I want to learn more. I want to be able to refer to him in a new way, in new ways each and every day. And so I really gravitated towards Elroy because I love the way it sounds, but I love the meaning, the God who sees me. I think that is just so special and so beautiful. And Elroy, it comes from a story shared in Genesis 16:13. In a time of despair, an angel appeared to Hagar, and because God sees her when no one else does, she declares, "You are the God who sees me." For she said, "I have now seen the one who sees me." I believe, and I hope that you believe, that God chooses to see the unseen. In my own life, I have felt unseen in many different places, and God's love continues to show up in those places. Always shows up in those places. And he always reminds me of just his presence. Even when I don't feel appreciated, seen, or understood, I know that his love is always there. I know that he always sees me, he always hears me, he always understands me. So that's why I created this piece. I feel like spring was a perfect time to do it, and because Easter is here, so with the resurrection of Jesus, I truly think it all connects. I feel like God saw us when he sent Jesus to earth to die for us. He saw us. He saw us in our sin. He saw us in our difficulties, in our lack, in our challenges. And he said, my solution will be a son, will be a living person who is both human and God, and will come to earth, will experience the hardships that we go through, will be able to perform miracles for his name's sake, and will die on the cross for our sins to be truly forgiven for the rest of our lives. So I feel like God said, I see what is going on down on earth, and something has to happen, and what had to happen was Jesus. So I'm forever grateful for that story. I'm forever grateful for just the impact of Jesus on my life and the lives of others. I pray that you begin to grow in your love for your life, and for your God, because he loves you and his love is always with you. So I did that drop in March, and I recently, I guess while we're on the topic of angel armor, I recently dropped in a new collection. It's called Peace, and it's a dedication to Ukraine, and it's bracelets. So I just launched my first bracelets, and they feature the blue and yellow color for the Ukrainian flag, and you can either have silver or gold accent beads with a silver or gold angel wing charm. And I think it'll be a special collection. I think it's an easy piece to wear, that people can just move around with and collect on their arm, and just wear in solidarity with what's going on. I think we all have a duty to being knowledgeable of how we can help other people, especially those who are in need. So I pray that this collection can be a blessing to those who are suffering. 50% of each sale is going to the Voices of Children Foundation in Ukraine. It supports children and families and parents who have been dealing with war in Ukraine, and who have been impacted. And it provides them with psychological and psychosocial opportunities and therapies, so that they can truly heal from what they've been going through, because no one should have to go through what they are going through. So if there's anything that we can do to help them, to bless them, then sign me up. And so that's why I created this, this launch, this collection, because I wanted to do something special. And I think the fact that it dropped on Good Friday is special as well, because, Jesus sacrificed his life for us because he loved us. So I want to show my love for other people through this collection, and show that we're truly not alone. We are all here together, and we can all love one another as we would want to be loved. Because I know if a war was breaking out in America, that we would look to other countries to support us. We would look to other people to favor us and to donate to our needs and our goals and desires and our healing. So if we can do that for other people, then why don't we? So this is where we're at right now with angel armor. Another exciting thing that we did was we launched our website. It's myangelarmor.com, and it features all of my collections, all of my charms, and the new bracelet, and you can order directly through the website. The reason why I had to, get on the move of creating a website was because right now Etsy just increased their transaction fees for sellers, and it's not okay. We've decided we need to step away from Etsy, and it's unfortunate, but it's absolutely necessary. For small businesses, it just doesn't benefit us to be there, and to know that each sale that we're making is being deducted so much, discounted so much, and it just doesn't help our business grow. So we had to step away from Etsy. We're sorry to hear it, and we hope that Etsy does what it needs to do to support the businesses that come into their platform, because there's so many businesses, and for a small business that like mine, there's a lot of jewelry businesses that sell items for like $20 or less, and being charged so much fee-wise is just not like conducive to us. It does not help us, and a lot of people have started Etsy businesses out of desperation for income. It's their only source. They don't have any other source of income. So for them to inquire so heavily of a fee and not be able to support their families and support their livelihood, it's not fair, it's not okay. So if you want to learn more, the way that you can is to go to etsystrike.org/petition, and you can learn more about what's going on right now with the fee increase, and you can sign the petition to be in solidarity for Etsy sellers right now. We really appreciate your support. It's not, an easy time for us. I have been pushing off creating my website for a while, so maybe this was the push I needed. It came in a very forceful way, but maybe it is what I needed to actually make the real push and real step forward. So other than that, I'm trying to think what else is new. As soon as I got back from New York, I did a cool fashion shoot photo shoot for a fashion company called Kalo Apparel, and they make really good like athleisure clothing, really comfortable pieces. So my friend Kaylin and I, we were able to model for the company, and our friend Alexis, she actually put us on to the opportunity. So I'll definitely be sharing more of that on my social media. But that was a really cool experience. It's my first time doing something like that for a clothing company. I hope that the opportunity comes again for maybe, other brands and companies, and we'll see where it goes. But it was definitely a confidence booster. I feel like it got me out of my comfort zone, and it helped me think about what I want for the future, and opportunities like that I could definitely see myself doing again. So that was awesome. Other than that, just work on school. I got an A in my class for the spring. Thank you very much. Yes. So I will be vulnerable right now. I had to retake that class because I got a C in it previously, and because I got a C, this is for my master's, because I got a C, I had to retake it where I would be like on probation, and I could not be on probation, so I retook the course, got an A, and now I can proceed in the way that I would like. Originally my master's has been for healthcare administration, and although that's a path of life that I really thought was my path, I don't believe it's truly what God is leading me in. I strongly feel, gravitation towards communications, and it's an area of life that I want to grow in, for relationships, but also for career, business, social media. So I'm transitioning from my degree in healthcare administration to strategic communications, and I'm starting all over. However, it's less courses, and each course is more credits, so I hopefully will be done within maybe a year and a half at the most. But I'm excited because I'm going to be learning things that actually interest me. I think the reason why I probably ended up getting the C last time was because I was learning something that did not interest me and I didn't care to use or learn. So now I know what I want to do, and now I can move accordingly. And I'm excited for that, I think sometimes you have to go through some trial periods in your life just to know what is for you and what's not for you. And I had to experience that for a reason. It truly felt like a refresher of undergrad, and I think I kind of zoned out at times because I was like, I just want to make the grade. I just want to make the grade. And it's like, I don't want to just make the grade. I want to learn. I want to be able to use what I'm learning for my career and for my future. So I know for sure strategic communications will do that for me, and I'm excited to get started. I'll be starting in July, so I have a nice little break, and then I'll be right on the move. Okay, well, I think I shared everything. Wink. I think I shared a good amount of stuff, I should say. You know, life is pretty good right now. I'm having more time to focus on Angel Armor, which is exciting, and I'm going to start incorporating music into my focuses again, and I'll have more time to work on that as well. Getting more time to see my friends. I had a really great time with two of my friends tonight, Sam and Kajal. I love you girls. They're my close friends from like high school, like my day ones. Kajal and I go back to middle school. Sam and we met during soccer freshman year of high school and have been inseparable since. We both came up to New York for college. She went to FIT, I went to Hofstra, and our relationship is just very special. Kajal and I, very much the same. She came up to New York after college and she loves it here, so it's a beautiful thing. But I'm just grateful for more opportunities like that. April is busy though, so if you guys don't get another episode from me till May, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try for sure, but I am going to be traveling back and forth from home. Reasoning is because, well, at least this weekend I'll be in New Jersey because of Easter, but traveling back and forth from home because of birthdays, fun concerts, and Mother's Day, of course. So it's gonna be busy, but I'm going to try and stay up to date with you guys. Anyways, I hope you all have a great evening, day, whenever you're watching this. I hope you have a good day. I was about to say a good time, whatever. Thank you for catching up with me, and I will see you guys next time.